Hi and welcome back to Adams Automotive. In today's video, we're going to be restoring the original paint on my 1986 F-250. As you can see right here, this is how the paint looks currently, and I buffed a small patch here to see how it turned out. You can see a lot of great reflection in there. We're going to be going over it with a final coat of wax when we're done. So these are the products I'm going to be using today. These are my polishing compounds. We have the rough cut and the finish cut, then 3 different pads here. These pads came from Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap to pick up, and then if you ruin them, you can just throw them right away. This is our heavy cut pad, which goes with that compound, and then both of these pads go with the finishing compound. This is like your mid-grade cut, and this is your softest one or your finish cut. We're going to be using this smaller polishing or buffer today. I have a bigger one, but with today's project, I think the smaller one will work better because we have to work around some rust and we have to work in some tight spots like this window trim and in between the tow mirror up there. And also I'm just going to work like the brown at one time because that's a sticker, and I don't want to peel it up by buffing right over it with a big buffer. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been working really hard on the frame and the engine bay of this motor. It's not 100% done yet, but I've been undercoating and painting the truck. So let's take a look. We popped the hood here. We got this all painted up. I'm going to be getting a new master cylinder and brake booster, a nicer looking, not rusty one. We got everything painted up here. Got the wires all loomed. This heater box, and we completely ripping out, removing the AC side and building a custom, probably out of steel or aluminum box just for the blower motor. Now you see here I got the frame all coated, the spring, and don't worry about this shock. It has a lot of overspray on it, but I'm replacing them with a nicer set. Those are just some cheap like O'Reilly's brand shocks. Now you can see I don't have the caliper or this dust shield painted yet, but I have to remove the brakes to do that, and I just haven't got around to it. That's why I'm saying it's not 100% done. We got the underneath of the cab all coated, got the frame all coated, and everything underneath there is coated, but it's lower on the lift right now. When I raise it up, probably in the next couple of videos, you'll be able to see it. Here's the rear axle and the suspension and frame, got all that coated. I'm going to be getting an aluminum diff cover for that, so if you come back here, you can see that. I want to get a chrome bumper for this too. Yeah, I got a little smiley face on the diff cover there because that's getting replaced. But everything's 100% undercoated. Well, I guess not 100%, but it's close. We just got to touch up here and there, and like I was saying, get some new shocks for it. We're going to be putting a mini spool in the rear end, so it's a lock diff, and it should be pretty cool. So you guys just seen me cut this part of the roof in with the cut polish, and I went down the side here because I didn't do that when I was doing my test piece. But you can see I missed a little bit right here, and I did that on purpose. I just put this piece of tape right here along the chrome trim, which you can do on any trim as long as it's not like something you don't want to buff. You don't want to buff this trim, so you put tape on it because this buffer will scratch up that chrome pretty good. So you run some tape on there to protect it, and then when you're working the edges here, so this buffer spins this way. When you get close to the edges, you want it spinning off the edge. So you want to work it like this. Now, if I were to go this way and it's spinning, or when you rotate it and it's spinning the opposite, coming up the edge, like spinning up the edge instead of off, it will start to burn through that paint a lot quicker. And this being original paint from 1986, it probably won't take much to burn through. So always make sure you're working where the pad is spinning away from your edge. Now right here, probably wouldn't happen all too bad because it's kind of rounded. But if you're working like on the top of the fender where it's just that lip and like here's the hood, the hood's open, if you were working this lip and it was spinning against the edge, it would burn through that paint pretty quick. So this is the next day. We got the door open today, real nice out, almost 50 degrees, which is pretty warm compared to how it's been. But I got the whole roof here finished up. You can see, I mean, if you can read upside down, you can read that sign. Now the paint's not perfect, obviously it's from 1986. So you can see a couple dark spots here, and it looks like something might have faded a little bit right there. So it's not 100% perfect, but for the original paint on this truck, the buff out this good, I would say that's pretty impressive. So now we got the roof done, because that's kind of the pain in the butt. You gotta lean over real far. I'm gonna start up here, probably on this side of the truck because it's got more lighting. I'm gonna start on this fender, work this top area here, and probably this lip, and then maybe this lighter area. I probably should, just to make it the color pop on it. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the hood or not. It's got this patina to it and this rust. I don't want to absorb the polish and then not be able to get it out and it looks like crap. But I have waxed this hood before, so possibly the polish won't soak into that rust and get stuck. So I just polished the top part of this fender, the dark brown part, as you've seen in that time lapse. And look at that color difference. Reflection, nothing. So we'll take a step back here and look at that. It looks like a whole new fender. So now we got the little pinstripe, which is just a sticker on these old trucks, taped off. Chrome trim taped off, and the badge. We're gonna be doing this lighter area, try to get some of that streaking out of there. And then we'll carefully work this lip right here. Then we'll probably move on to this door. Now with this door, we gotta be careful because you don't wanna run your pad through the rust. And I'm not sure if you guys could catch it in that time lapse or not, but whenever, like your pad, this one's not horrible right now, and neither is this one, but when they get clogged up with compound, it makes them like smooth and they don't really do their job. It kind of, you can see like them dark, I don't really know what you would call them, kind of like this, that dark area. You could see them right here. That's when your pad gets clogged up. It kind of just burns the compound into the paint. Now, if you do it carefully, you won't burn through the paint. But if you take, like, if you have a belt buckle on, or anything metal really, just nothing super sharp, because you don't want to rip your pad. But if you rub your pad, like turn the machine on and rub your pad against, I use my belt buckle, it's like an old school trick. It dusts off all that extra compound so you can get back to work without just spreading that around without actually buffing it into the paint. But now that we got everything taped off, I'll probably buff this part off camera just so this video is not super long with time lapses. But then we'll move on to this door probably and just keep moving down the truck. Fender's all done, look at that. We got the tan part done and that bottom brown strip. Super shiny. I'm very impressed on how this paint's coming out. Now we're gonna break this door down to a couple sections, like we'll do all up around, and then we'll do like this part. In between that mirror is gonna be a little bit tricky, but probably not too bad. Then we'll work the tan part, probably all as one, and then the bottom part. So it's gonna take a little bit longer, but not crazy long. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. Now we have the fender and the door finished up. The paint on the door is just slightly darker than the fender. It's pretty hard to tell, but I feel like when we pull it outside, you'll be able to see the difference. Not too sure why, but you can see like the cab's that darker color with the door, and the fender's just a little bit lighter, which I'm guessing it's just how it faded. But we got this tan part done. And the bottom here, you can see reflection. Worked around that rust. I didn't want to mess up my pads, but this cut pad, the wool pad's getting a little thin here. Still doing what it's supposed to, just getting kind of wore out. So we might run the Harbor Freight for a minute and pick up some new pads. I think they're only like $10, $15, if that. You know, I think they're pretty cheap. But we'll try to finish this part of the cab real quick and then probably run a Dollar General. Now, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do around here. I think I'm just going to run some tape along that rust and then just do right above it so it still has a reflection like over here and it doesn't mess up my pad super bad with this rust spot. And this is only like the major rust on this truck is right here and then the wheel arches. But other than that, it's pretty close to rust free. Like the rockers up here don't have any rust on them at all. So you're just seeing that time lapse. I just buffed out the top portion of that fender. We're working on the rest here. Earlier today, I painted behind the grill on the header board or header panel. Got the tires back on just so I could lower it down and paint the frame where the arms were at. And I got this whole side of the truck plus the roof buffed and polished. You can see reflection here, and then like look at this. That's how it used to look. So we got this whole side done. You can see reflection all the way down. I have to unbolt this toolbox to get the back of the cab here, but other than that, this whole side's done. Roof is done. Now we're just working on getting the other side done, and then eventually I'm probably gonna try and buff this hood out. We'll just start probably in the middle, like where you can barely see it. So if it doesn't go good, I can try to hide it. But here's the buff paint, old paint. So we're getting it all cleaned up. So this is going to be the end of this video. I'm going to try to buff this hood here, but that doesn't need to be recorded. We got the rest of the truck, roof, both sides, tailgate. Got that all buffed out. Came out really good. It's kind of hard to see in here, but I'm going to post a couple pictures of when I had it outside. But I would say that's a good reflection for original paint from 1986. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe.